Hey y'all, how's it going? This is attorney Eric Cardenas. I'm Chief Operations Officer and an attorney with Attorney Tom and Associates. And today I will be covering for Attorney Reacts a video called Chief Owens and Kent, New York Police Violate My Rights. Full video by Ryan Theodore. So let's get into it.
Kent Police Department.
Hey, what's going on? I live over at 2nd Road. I just saw somebody ring my doorbell. I usually have no problem with people like soliciting around, but dude was like looking up and down my house. He stood there for a little while. He was writing stuff down, and then I saw him on the Google camera going to my driveway, and it looked like he was looking at my truck. I don't know if you want to just send somebody over there to see what this guy's doing over there. He's not at my property anymore, but I can describe him to you.
Sure. Can you tell me what direction he was going in?
Yeah, he went down Livingston towards Putnam Drive. That's the last I saw him.
Are you at home now?
No. I'm at work. I'm NYPD. Yeah, he's wearing like gray pants. It looks like a tan, like Carhartt type hoodie. It's nail white.
Police officer calling it in. Probably going to be a faster response, more
gray
intense.
Pants, tan hoodie, nail white. Okay, and about how long ago did this happen?
About 5 minutes ago.
No, thank you.
Yes.
No, thank you.
No, come here.
Are you detaining me, sir?
Yes, I am. Stop.
For what crime?
Stop.
What is your reasonable, articulable... Do not touch me, sir.
Turn around.
For what have I done?
I'm detaining you. Turn around.
For what suspicion? What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime?
Yeah, multiple calls about you.
What is your RAF? This is unbelievable.
Okay.
What is your RAS? It's funny? My freedom is funny to you? Yeah, no, it is. It's hilarious. I just asked you to stop. And I'm not required to do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you
are
are.
when criminality is afoot, and we do have a
What is
complaint
your
matching
reasonable,
your description.
articulable suspicion?
We don't have.
Okay, so first things first, as everyone knows, or many people know that have seen this channel, in order to be stopped and detained by a police officer, there must be reasonable suspicion to stop someone. And when someone's on foot, police can conduct what's called a Terry stop, which requires reasonable suspicion that crime is afoot. And the Terry stop basically allows the police officers to detain someone and ask them questions to determine whether or not they were involved in committing a crime. If they determine during the stop that the person may have committed a crime and it raises their reasonable suspicion to probable cause, they're allowed to then make an arrest. One thing that's a little concerning here is I'm curious as to why they handcuffed the individual so quickly here. I'm guessing this is Ryan Theodore. And yeah, you're really only supposed to handcuff someone if you believe that they're a danger or they pose a threat or that they may flee. It didn't seem like the individual here was planning on fleeing or anything like that. So may have been a little quick for them to handcuff, but we'll see what goes from here.
I have to give all that to you.
What
We're
is your
looking for your
probable
name.
cause?
I have plenty of it.
You do?
I do.
I've never seen you before.
Well, good. Nice to meet you.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is,
This
right?
is happening in America?
Yes, it
I
is.
just saw that
You shouldn't be looking
police
through people's
officers
windows.
would shot a man in their home at the wrong address, and then this is the follow-up in this country?
Let's talk for a second.
No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to be released and free to go. This is
We'll
unbelievable.
bring them down for...
Just stand with this officer for a second. We're going to
I
talk.
don't want to.
Okay. Well, that's what's going to happen. We're just going to talk for a second.
This is insane.
There.
Okay, we still don't
Is
have a
anybody available to
reason
film this?
No, you're being filmed right now.
provided
I'm
by...
driving. Are you seriously? What is
have
your
a
reasonable
seat.
suspicion?
Have a seat.
This is incredible that this is happening in America.
Yep.
I'm a free man. I've done no wrong.
Well, now you're detained.
That's fine.
What were you doing in people's yards, looking in their windows?
What are you talking about?
I
You
know
have
exactly
evidence
what
of
I'm
this?
talking about. Absolutely.
May I see it?
Yeah,
I
multiple
want an
calls
attorney
about
present
it.
for any questioning.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that. That's your right.
Okay, just some other additional thoughts. You know, the Constitution of the United States, Fourth Amendment, protects against unreasonable searches and seizures, and the Fifth Amendment protects against self-incrimination and statements that may be self-incriminating. That's where the right to remain silent comes from. That's what we're analyzing here, and then we're looking at to see if there was a potential violation. As of right now, it's looking like there may have been a potential violation of the Fourth Amendment. This is kind of looking like an unreasonable search and seizure. The police have not provided him with any sort of information as to why they've stopped him other than looking into people's yards, acting suspicious. You know, this is a detention, but it's looking like it's gone a little bit further than detention. So curious to see how the rest of this video goes.
We got a call from several people saying that there's somebody entering properties, knocking on doors,
Poking in windows.
and you match their description. So that's why you are where you are. Yeah, Ring doorbell camera.
Okay.
So that's what it.
That's fine, and we will. And we're confirming that. You're only being detained right now. Okay, you're not under arrest.
What do you mean I'm not under arrest?
Okay, so as we remember from the very beginning of the video here, they were showing a gentleman, the hoodie on, who had, I guess, similar features, but not really. They looked pretty distinct and different, but I'm guessing that these police officers at the time did not have a picture of this suspect that was going around, and so they just saw man in hoodie walking around the neighborhood shortly after this call, and there's this fear that is happening, or the suspicion that thefts are happening because of this person in the hoodie. So that would have been enough to have reasonable suspicion to stop this individual. But again, they may have been a little too quick here to handcuff him and to put him in the back of the police car. Yeah, he was a little standoffish and confrontational right off the bat. But again, it seems that they had reasonable suspicion. He matched identity potentially of a suspect in the area. So
You're not under arrest.
We're just trying to explain to you what's going on.
The crime is what you say.
Yeah, you're not charged with a crime, but you're not under arrest.
You don't know what the word arrest means.
Okay, well, you're being
Arrest
detained
means
right now.
subdue.
Okay.
Detainment would mean to hold you.
But I'm not here to
This
argue
is
with you. Can we
arrestment.
just explain this?
You can do whatever you want.
We're just trying to tell you what's going on.
Detainment. Okay, you're not being charged
This
with a
isn't
crime.
arrest. Exactly, but I am still under arrest. You put me in handcuffs and
If that's your
you go to the
definition of
car.
it right now, at this point we're just talking. We're explaining your
Oh,
circumstances.
you've done more than talk, sir.
Okay, very fine. I don't care what you say. I'm just explaining to you what's going on right now. We're confirming if you match the description of that person right now. Okay. If you don't, and there's nothing wrong, you're going to be
Figure that
released.
out beforehand.
Okay. I wasn't here for that. I'm just telling you what we're here
You
to do.
cannot do this to somebody. You have to have the evidence first
Sir.
before you can detain somebody.
I didn't put handcuffs on.
the individual here just said you have to have evidence first before they detain you. That is not true. You are allowed to be detained under a Terry stop if the police officers have reasonable suspicion. Again, here, once we were told that they did have reasonable suspicion, which is he matched the description of a potential suspect in the area, that would have given them the right to detain him. It does not give them the right to put on handcuffs right away, but it does give them the right to detain him, to begin questioning him, and to determine whether or not there is actually crime afoot and whether this person is the suspect. In these situations, police work often involves very quick judgments. There's judgments that have to be made for the safety of the police officers, safety of the public. They get a lot of leeway when they're in the process of investigating whether or not someone's a suspect or whether or not crime is afoot. Again, it's a Terry stop. It's well known that it's allowed. Supreme Court allowed it in the case Terry v. Ohio. And it's considered a limited detention, not a full arrest. And what the officers are looking to see here is whether or not probable cause is going to arise. They're trying to find out whether they have the probable cause to arrest the person in the handcuffs.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Somebody did.
Of course. And now you're being detained. And that's
No,
it.
I'm under arrest.
Okay.
I haven't
All
been thrown
right,
formally charged
we
with
try
a
to tell
crime.
you what's going on, okay?
We just wanted to let you know
You
what's
did,
going on.
All right.
but you didn't tell me why my
Okay.
rights are being violated.
So it looks like they're looking at this picture from the Ring Central. I'm guessing they're looking at the picture of the suspect and realizing that this is not the same person. Again, they cut out the audio here, but if I have to assume what's happening, that's the situation. So they're realizing they got the wrong guy and that they don't, that they probably should release him.
What did he say to you guys when you were talking? Fuck it.
Yeah, basically just the, you can't arrest me anymore, that stuff. Just being difficult.
Before you.
Ask him if he knows this guy.
Yeah. Alright, man. Here's the deal.
Oh, there's no deal. I don't have any agreements to make with you.
No, it's fine. We're looking for a guy, because there's another guy going around.
That looks like
in a
me?
sweatshirt. Well,
You
we
have
had
to
a
find that
touch
out beforehand. Before you can, you don't have reasonable articulable suspicion.
Well,
You
we had
broke
two
the
sep-
law.
No,
You are
no,
the criminal in
no,
this instance.
no. So we had two
Yes,
separate
you are.
incidents.
You are
you
violating
with
under
anyone
color
else
of
up
law.
here?
I do not answer questions.
Okay.
I already said I want an attorney present for any questioning.
Okay, we're not
You are
questioning
again
you.
violating my rights. What do you mean? You just asked me a question.
Okay, hop on out, buddy.
Is that an order?
No, I'm just unless you want to sit in the car all day.
So yeah, so they're realizing here it's not the same person. So they're letting him go.
There's your
Probable cause to not arise.
Sitting on the hood of my car right there. You can grab it.
Could you back up? I don't want anything to happen here.
No, you're good. We're not going to hurt you.
Yeah, you do. I do?
You seem like you do.
I wanted something to happen.
Yeah, you seem like you do.
Funny, right? You're funny. All right, Steve, you got everything?
Yeah, we're.
No, I'm not done here. What is your name and badge number, sir?
It's right here.
What is?
Yeah,
That's what you tell the judge. What is your name? Can you articulate
read
it?
it.
Can you articulate it,
You can
please?
read it.
Can you articulate it?
Chief Owens from the town of Kent Police
Chief
Department,
Owens.
okay? My officers all have their
What?
names right on
What is
their
your
thing.
badge number? Articulate it,
It
please.
says right there.
see it?
37.
Articulate it, please.
Yeah, you got it
Articulate
right
it, please.
I'm not articulating it.
What
Have
is
a
your
great
badge
day.
number, sir?
Number
Wow,
one.
wow, you have disdain for the public?
No, I have to.
What is your name and badge number, sir?
Detective Beauchene, 205.
Thank you very, sir, for your professionalism.
Have a great
Sir,
Yes, sir.
can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Jason F, Detective 35.
Thank you very much. Ready? Yeah. Look what they did to my wrists.
Okay, so here again, just to recap, during a Terry stop, basically cops are just supposed to try to get the information that they need to determine whether or not the suspect or whether crime is afoot. It has to be reasonable, the detention has to be reasonable, and they have to have some sort of suspicion. The individual here was potentially involved in theft. They were trying to find probable cause to arrest him, and when they didn't find that probable cause, and when they determined that it wasn't the person who was suspected, potential thievery, going around into these houses, the person from the beginning of the Ring Central doorbell picture, they realized that they no longer had reasonable suspicion because it's not the same person, so they had to let him go. So, y'all, again, what happened here is that this individual probably should have cooperated a little bit more here with the police. Although you do have a right to remain silent and a right to not self-incriminate yourself under the Fifth Amendment, the fact of the matter is that practical perspective and just a cooperation perspective, refusing to answer basic questions like just giving the police officers your name is going to sometimes lead an officer to suspect that a person has something to hide, which makes them more inclined to investigate further. The individual here at the very beginning was just refusing to cooperate, and things could have probably gone a lot smoother if he just gave his name and was cooperating with the police and didn't keep walking. But again, he didn't. This would be a tough case because it seems that he may have a case for an unreasonable search or seizure occurring here. That probably is going to hinge on whether or not a court would find the use of handcuffs and detaining him in that way so immediately after stopping him was fair, and whether or not they had any reason to do so. Again, they had the reasonable suspicion to stop him. They had every right to, but where the gray area happens is when they decided to use the handcuffs right away, put him into the police car, and then conduct a Terry stop. We'll see what happens when this was just in April of 2023. I could see an attorney taking a case for this, but it's probably not the strongest of cases. They're going to be able to argue that they had reasonable suspicion, and that once they determined that they no longer had probable cause to arrest the person, that they no longer had reasonable suspicion, they let him go. The case is probably going to hinge on whether or not the use of the handcuffs was basically overused, whether it was a violation of his rights and a little unreasonable on their part. All right, y'all, thank you very much for tuning into another episode of Attorney Reacts. My name is Eric Cardenas. Please go like, follow, and comment and let us know your thoughts. Do you think that the police here violated his rights? Do you think that he should have been more cooperative? Let us know in the comments, and give us a follow, give us a like, and follow my personal pages as well. Thank y'all, and I'll see you next time.
Big verdict.